Let's move on now. India versus South Africa. The second ODI, India won that one comfortably, and they won the first one very comfortably as well. The South Africans look completely illiterate against India's spinners, and they're without two of their main men in Faf and AB de Villiers, and Quinton de Kock will be missing out for the rest of the one-day series. I mean, let's face it, Zadi Saab, India look like a very, very strong one-day international side now.
Ali, I saw the second game at Centurion. And since I have been to Centurion myself, I was amazed to see the wicket-taking turn. And the Indian leg spinner, Chahal, well, he picked up 5 wickets.
Yeah.
And at one time, it looked that South African batsmen might put up some courageous resilience against the Indians. But the spinners won that game, and it has become 2-0, I think.
Yeah, and they did a fine job in the first game as well.
And the biggest news against the South Africans is that de Kock is already gone for the third ODI.
He's gone. He's going to miss the series. It's unfortunate because he's a wonderful player, Quinton de Kock, but he didn't do very well in the Test series. And in one-day cricket, I mean, we all know how good de Kock is, especially against India. I think his record, he's got a fabulous record against the Indians. So, I mean, more advantages to India that way. I mean, without de Kock there and Faf missing out, and then de Villiers also missing out. I mean, it's India all the way, really.
Yes, and what I read was that de Kock might not be playing even the T20 games. So he is out from this series against the South Africans. Yeah. South Africans, well, they have got a very strong batting lineup, and they have got a team which can turn the tables on Indians. But at this time in ODIs, after losing the Test series, 2-1 they lost, I think. Well, they are putting up a great fight.
And I tell you what, they were competitive in the Test series as well. They were extremely, although they lost the first 2 tests, they came back very strongly
in the third
on
test.
A very, very difficult pitch. I mean, you'd think that South Africa would be the out-and-out favourites going into that one because of the pitch and because they had won 2 Test matches before that. But I really like the aggression of this Indian side in Test match cricket and in one-day cricket.
Ali, the first ODI was played in Durban at Kingsmead.
Kingsmead, yeah.
Well, Kingsmead is reckoned as one of the fastest wickets in South Africa. But India now has got a different team. They have got some fast bowlers. They can pick up wickets. They have got good spinners. They have got good fast bowlers, and they have got the best batsmen playing around the world. So this is a very strong Indian side playing against South Africans on their home grounds.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. More than their batting, they've always had a formidable batting lineup, but their bowling attack now has so much variety. I mean, they've got guys like Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah, who's improving day by day. They're the 2 best death bowlers in the world.
Bumrah has suddenly started bowling big in-dippers now, outside the off-stump, cutting the ball in.
No, he's quick.
Yes, he's quick too. But look at the Indian under-19 team. They have got a couple of very good fast bowlers bowling at 145k.
No, Indian cricket is sitting pretty at the moment, and we should acknowledge that. And I was talking about Kumar and Bumrah, 2 bowlers that have improved tremendously. I remember Kumar playing against Pakistan, swinging the ball around all over the place. We struggled against him. He fell away a little bit, but then he came back and picked up his speed. He's got more control over his swing than Bumrah. I remember Omar Akmal smashing him in a Champions League game, I think it was. He looked like an ordinary bowler with a funny-looking action. But now, I mean, the kind of control that he has over his line and length, and he too has also picked up some speed. I mean, it's wonderful to watch. And then, of course, the all-rounder Pandya.
I think a bowler who bowls at a speed of 140k on South African wickets, he can be lethal any times, like Rabada or like any other South African bowler. Well, Indians are coming back into the different brands of cricket like anything. And I think we must pay tributes to their mentor, Rahul Dravid.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I've always been a Rahul Dravid fan. But it's the spinners that are causing problems for the South Africans. And I think Kuldeep Yadav would be difficult for most batsmen around the world. He's not easy to pick. And Chahal, his control is what's remarkable. More than anything, more than his variety, it's the control that he has over his leg break.
Yes, and on South African wickets, where the wickets were turning after over number 50, Well, he was very deadly, and he picked up 5 wickets in the second of the games. Well, India could not dream anything better than this. Their spinners outfoxing.
I mean, when you've got 2 wicket-taking wrist spinners in your lineup, you know that you're a good bowling side.
Yes. And I think all these things teach us one thing. We should also take the steps sincerely, and we should train our under-19 cricketers and bring them to highlight through first-class cricket.
Right. Zaidi sir, before we wrap up the ODI series, do you think India is going to go all the way, or will the South Africans make a comeback?
They've got 5 games, I think.
6.
6, yes. I think India is going great, and so my slant is also towards India.
Right. We're going to leave it at that. Yeah, Zaidi, thank you very much
Thank
for
you
coming
very
on the
much.
show. It was a pleasure.